Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. So for San Antonio, their last game, a win against Orlando. A great win for them, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off the upset. Riding high right now. And guys, we have two teams, both on a roll. Tremendous momentum coming into this game, but Kenny, unfortunately, only one can emerge with a W tonight.
Well, very insightful that only one team can win, Ernie. But the toughest thing about winning is when you let your guard down. You cannot let your guard down if you expect to win tonight.
You know, you got to have good coaching. You got to have strong leadership. Both teams have it. It'll come down tonight, Ernie, to who wants it more.
Very deep on all three of our parts.
Who wants it more? Only one team can win.
The kind of insight you can only get
pay for
right here.
You paid for this.
Kevin Harlan, what you got?
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Looking at San Antonio, they took the win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. That was a great come-from-behind win, too. They got down but kept their heads up and fought back to win it.
And boy, how they were able to come back in the fourth quarter of that game. Being down as much as they were made it a really special win.
Well, I'm sure they enjoyed it because you're not going to get too many wins where you have to come from that far behind.
Now Golden State's starting five. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. And here's Leonard from three. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
Now here's Parker. Andrew Bogut unable to get his shot to go. Green against Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up on the wing. Green with the block. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Barnes with it. Leonard picks him up. And it's good. Parker with it. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Duncan with a screen on Curry. Shoots off the screen. Parker's shot is off.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Oh, good D, but better O. It's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well said. Well, for the most part, they were just standing still, Clark.
Yeah. And you know what, Kevin? He's not the most explosive player on the court, but if you give him a clear lane to the basket, he'll punch it on you.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Second chance shot, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players, passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
We're getting back to Duncan's rebounding. He's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds. But what seems to separate him is his quiet toughness. He'll never back down.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, he's not a guy that's going to yell or pump his fist. He's not going to flex his muscles to the crowd. He just silently assassinates you
well said.
out on the floor.
You're right. You're so right. Leonard, no luck.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
It's Curry with the drive, and the rebound goes to Duncan. Spurs trail by 3. Parker kicks to Leonard. Lets it go from 11, and Duncan with the basket on the assist from Leonard. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Curry kicks to Green. Buries the long-range jumper. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Duncan, a screen. Pass to Green. Aldridge against Green. From 13. And the shot falls short this time.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Here's Curry. Offensive rebound. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Anderson kicks to Mills. There's a good screen. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. No good from Simmons.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. The feed to Diaw. Will it go? And it's good off the back of the rim and in. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here is Livingston. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Spates. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Spates has got his first points of the night. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first. The shot no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 9. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better, and Pop always challenged me. He came to me and he said, you know, good players, they can have a great season, but the great players, they have many great seasons. So he said, what you want to be?
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
Time now for an injury report. For an update on Stephen Curry's injury, let's go to Doris Burke.
Kevin, the Warriors head athletic trainer gave me an update. Not what we wanted to hear, guys. It sounds like it's a very serious injury. This injury could be a huge blow to a team with title hopes this season if he were to miss significant time. Kev, hoping for the best on the sideline here.
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
They've got Anderson. West out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Mills, and it's Simmons in at the 2 guard. That's the San Antonio 5.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Spates. Harrison Barnes comes in for Green. Thompson, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Warriors leading by 6. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart, he's tough, he's all about team, and, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
6 to shoot. Green kicks to Duncan from 13, and he hits the jump shot. Duncan's got 5. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Thompson. Bogut trying to get open. That's tipped. Spurs trail by 4. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Parker's checked in for San Antonio. And the second free throw, good.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
And the Warriors miss again. Here's San Antonio now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And Parker, here we go. It's rebounded by Golden State. Their last encounter was in Oakland.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Aldridge left side. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Warriors leading by 3. Iguodala with it. Now Green defending. Here's Curry with the 3. And the Warriors miss again.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Parker passes to Leonard. Bogut against Duncan. Green, the screen. Parker's shot is off.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Green dishes to Leonard. He kicks it to Duncan. The pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. Aldridge cans the shot from the wing. 50 seconds left in the first half. Curry kicks to Bogut. Back to Curry. Dishes it to Bogut. And he slams it one-handed.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Outside Leonard. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Aldridge. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Aldridge has got 5.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Warriors ahead. They're up by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. What's working and what's not working for you guys out here tonight?
You know, they clog the lane, and they play great hell defense. We got to keep driving and kicking, doing a great job of sharing the ball, and we just play unselfish. We'll be great in the second half.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have a narrow 3-point lead. Kenny?
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seem to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go to the next thing. Let's go.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
You know, they haven't shot the ball very well. Not nearly enough quality looks. Right now, this game could easily come down to shot selection and how they run their offense. They need to keep the ball moving and generate better looks.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. One of the stories here, Draymond Green getting it done today.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
And Greg, you know how it was as the marked man when you were playing on great teams in your past. It's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have the reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point guard position.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Duncan misses. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And that's collected by Bogut. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound tonight. The dish to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. The Spurs second.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
A different look now for San Antonio. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Parker. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Looking to end the run. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from West. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
No good from Spates.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Spates. Now Mills. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And here is Barbosa. Green up on top. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists tonight. Spurs trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
That's good.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Golden State. They're looking extremely sharp right now. Poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, San Antonio, 3.5 back.
And for the Warriors, I think they've lived up to their billing this season. That's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
Well, they can't afford to. I mean, this is a time of year when you've got to take your game up a notch. As good as they've been throughout the regular season, they've got to get better going forward.
Here's Green, off the left rim and out. Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Now here is Barbosa, guarded closely. He dishes it to Green. Up and in from the low block. Green's got 11 points here in just the second half.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Diaw with this screen on Barbosa. Pass to West. Wide open look. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Iguodala with the drive. That's tipped. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. The Spurs making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And 1:01 left here in the third quarter. Green passes to Iguodala. Here is Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 2. And the Warriors miss again. Here's Simmons. Feeds it to Aldridge. Drills the three-pointer. Aldridge has got 8 points.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third. Kicks it out to Iguodala. For three, clock at 6, and that one's good. Iguodala's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Mills. Kicks it to Aldridge. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 5 seconds left in the third. From deep three-point range, can't connect. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Warriors lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Warriors leading by 4. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Parker in at the point. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Golden State moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. Thompson inside the line. The rebound by the Spurs. Leonard kicks to Green. Outside Aldridge. Here's the screen. Here's Duncan. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Tim Duncan.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
Here's Curry with the 3, and that one's good. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up to the Spurs.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Leonard dishes to Parker. Here's Aldridge. Another shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Some great play by LaMarcus Aldridge tonight. 10 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
That's good from Aldridge. Both free throws good from Aldridge. Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Barnes. Back to Thompson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Here's Leonard and the rejection by Iguodala. And now Iguodala running the floor all by himself. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Curry, good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Parker outside. Pass to Aldridge. The Warriors pull it in. They've led by as many as 11 points. Curry passes to Barnes. On the wing, Iguodala. Screened by Bogut. Iguodala kicks to Curry. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. That's good from Stephen Curry. Spurs trail by 10. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Outside Aldridge.
2 minutes.
They need this. That doesn't go either for Aldridge.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Curry, who scores his sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
From 10 feet out, bounces high off the rim and drops. 14 points for Aldridge. Warriors leading by 10. Curry kicks to Barnes. Outside, Green. Bogut high post. Green against Aldridge. The feed to Barnes. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Leonard has it in the corner. The 9-foot shot. Here's Duncan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
At the line for your Spurs, Tim Duncan. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within single digits.
Nice numbers here from Duncan. 8 rebounds and 8 points.
Duncan hits them both. Warriors have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Curry against Parker. Thompson dishes to Bogut.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Shooting for San Antonio, Andrew Bogut, taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And Leonard gets it to go.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And Thompson kicks to Bogut. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Here we go, San Antonio!
San Antonio, please give it up for the Spurs dance team.
And here's Mills from the arc. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
San Antonio, Sean Livingston, 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
So it's San Antonio now. No good on the quick three. Here is Livingston. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Clay Thompson. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who would start on some good teams, so we just did it collectively.
Thank you, Clay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. You look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night. You can really tell a lot about a player, how they break out of a slump. He responded exactly the way he needed to.
Draymond Green wins games for you. It's just that simple. The energy, the intensity that he brought onto the floor tonight is incredible. Defensively, he's one of the few guys in the league that can guard all 5 positions. That alone makes Draymond Green a unique and special talent.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.